Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is Kelly O'Donnell, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Today I will be making this card right here. It says C'est la vie at the top with this cute little dog. It is using the C'est la vie ATS. Super duper amazing, fun, well-defined red rubber stamps used on a clear block. And we will also be using the Love Paris stamp set. I absolutely love the Eiffel Tower, so you'll see that I used some of our embossing powder, which I'm addicted to. This is the Journey Silver embossing powder. Oh, I just love the way this looks. It comes out so shiny, and the detail that it's able to get is absolutely incredible. So I'll be showing you how to use that. I also use the True Color Fusion Black Licorice ink. Now, I am a Copic marker and Spectrum Noir fiend, and I was very nervous about using this because I was afraid that it was not going to work well with the alcohol inks, and it absolutely does. It works well with everything. I'm so very impressed by this product. So, and then of course I used Versamark. Fun Stampers Journey does have its own version of Versamark, which I'll make sure to link below. But all of these products can be found on my website, which I will also link below. And lastly, anybody that knows me knows that I can't have a card without some sort of bling. So I did use the Cut Rhinestones by Fun Stampers Journey. These are self-adhesive and they come in a bunch of different sizes all in one package, so super useful. And then something that I use that Fun Stampers Journey does not sell, but I am a huge fan of, is this jelly roll by Sakura. It is Clear Star. And after I colored the dog, I actually went over his beret, his stripes in his shirt, and his bandana with this after I colored it. So like I said, colored with Spectrum Noir markers. I'll be taking you through exactly which ones as I make the card for you. I also always do the inside of my card. All it is just a little bit of extra cardstock and just this black image of the Eiffel Tower. I think it goes a long way. And of course, you should always sign your work. So a handmade card by Kelly, especially for you. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've already cut my sheets of paper here that I'm going to need for the card. Using the Sweet Berry, Black Licorice, and Whipped Cream White cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and start with my Versamark inking and stamping. So I'm going to take the Eiffel Tower first. You want to make sure that you position your Eiffel Tower enough over to the left of the card so that you have enough room for your sentiment. And I'm also going to go ahead and put a little chalk down before, or powder, I guess, before I go ahead and emboss. This technique, it really hides a multitude of embossing errors, and I've come to really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put the Eiffel Tower down. Give it a good impression there. All right, then we're going to take C'est la vie, and we're going to go ahead and put that over the top here. Make sure you don't overlap. All right, it looks good. So what we're going to do now is take our silver embossing powder. We're going to go ahead and be generous with it. We'll put the rest right back in. There's no waste. Give it a little Looks pretty clean to me. We'll go ahead and put in the rest of this embossing powder. All right. Next, we're going to give our Eiffel Tower stamp a little bit of a cleaning here. Just using a baby wipe, non-alcohol. Alcohol dries out red rubber stamps, so you definitely want to avoid that. You can certainly use your Fun Stampers Journey stamp cleaner as well. But just for quick ease of use during this video, I'm just using a baby wipe. Then I'm going to take the inside of the card here. I'm going to go ahead and restamp the Eiffel Tower in black. This is our black licorice ink. And we'll go ahead and put that down here. All right, perfect. And we're going to take our dog, we'll stamp him, get him all set, get all of our stamping out of the way. You really want to ink him up good, make sure you're getting the stripes on his shirt. This ink is so awesome though, you won't have any trouble at all getting a great impression. All right, perfect. So now that all my stamping is complete, I'm going to go ahead and melt my embossing powder, giving our other ink just a little bit of time to dry. Fun Stampers Journey has an amazing heat gun. Just haven't had the chance to purchase that yet. Look at how that shines up. Wait till you see the detail in the Eiffel Tower. It is amazing. Hope you guys can see how that's changing color like that. Awesome. We're good. Don't worry about that powder. You can kind of just wipe that away. Okay, next I'm going to go ahead and color our dog. I mentioned before that I'm using Spectrum Noir markers. I'm just going to take and do a little shadow underneath him. I'm going to use the chisel side and just give it a quick swipe. That's it, just right underneath him. That was using IG1. Then I'm going to go ahead and take FS6. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of pink in his ears. Just a little. Okay. I didn't do a lot of blending, but he is really, I think that this BG2 is an amazing color for this particular dog. So I'm just going to start, I'm going to kind of go over the edges of that pink, and I'm going to go in little circular motions here and just color him all around. It's all the same color, like I said, no big shading here. Try to keep your edges wet so you don't get any lines. Come back up here, grab that edge. You want to color as accurately but as quickly as possible with alcohol inks. So you're always keeping the edges wet until you get to a stopping point. That's how you get that very smooth look. Okay, so we're to a good stopping point here. We can come back up, finish off his ear, kind of go into that pink a little bit just to Make sure that line's not super harsh. All right. We'll go ahead and move down to his body and his tail. And you can always go back and put a little bit more shadow using the same color, a little bit of shading. So like that paw in the back, it's kind of underneath him. So if you give it a second to dry and then kind of go back, a little bit more shade, that'd be good. So I'm going to go ahead and color his nose in BG7. Okay. There we go. I am going to go back with IG1. That's what we used to make the shadow at the bottom. And I'm just going to color in the stripes in his shirt really quickly. I'm going to ultimately cover them with that gel pen that I mentioned, Clear Star by Sakura. But I found that it's best to have some sort of base color underneath that pen. I tried it a bunch of different ways, and that's how I felt it best looked, best came out. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start on our pinks, and I used PP6 and BP7. BP7 is our darker color, so I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of shading with it. Maybe right here. Come over here, do some shading. Nothing major. Then I'm going to take PP6, start in the dark, move out towards the white space, and you'll just get a natural kind of a shade there and a blend. And these end up drying a little bit darker, which you'll see here. So to really go perfect with our pink colored cardstock. I'm going to go back in with BP7 again for the hat. There's quite a bit of shading on the hat. Notice I'm not taking too much time. There we go. We're going to go back with our light color here. All right. Perfect. He is all set. Now I'm going to go in with my gel pen. This is the Jelly Roll by Sakura Clear Star. And I am simply going to start pretty much at the top here, work my way down, and put some sparkle on him. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to see this in the camera, but you will be able to tell in person when you put it on your card. It has a great shimmer. So I did his whole handkerchief, his whole bandana here. And then I went in and I did the stripes on his shirt. And you can still absolutely see the pink color through this. It's just a really versatile pen. I hope Fun Stamper's Journey decides to carry it. So I'm going to go through and just do his stripes quickly. You can see how quick and easy this goes on. No struggle with, you know, the ink not flowing. I'm leaving the black matted. I'm not bringing any sparkle onto the black because I like that contrast. All right, our little guy is ready to go. We can start assembling our card. Now, I must say that this is some of the nicest adhesive I have ever used, and I am so picky about adhesive, so I highly, highly recommend this adhesive by Fun Stamper's Journey, and I'll make sure to link that below. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some adhesive here and mat him. He's double matted, if you remember. I can go ahead and move the card in here. So we're going to go ahead and put him on his black mat, which is a very thin mat. Just going to go ahead and try to center that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mat him again. Here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use some, we're going to go ahead and adhere this. And don't be afraid to flip cardstock over if you made a mistake. I didn't quite like how my first stamp with the Versamark came out, so I went ahead and re-stamped on the other side. So no wasting cardstock here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front. And I'm going to use some foam tape to adhere our pup to the front of the card. Now, I have on order the foam squares from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I cannot wait to try them. I do get frustrated with this tape sometimes. It just seems like a lot of work. So those are on order. I'm going to go ahead and quickly remove the backing here. And then we'll go ahead and place him down on our card. So cute. I just love him. Now remember I said we use a little bit of bling on him. So if I take these out, I use the smaller bling. So we used this size here, and I just put one in each corner. There we go. Now all we have left is the inside of the card, and we just need to mat our pieces here. So again, this is a fairly thin mat. The next one will be a bit thicker. And then we'll just adhere it to the center of our card. All right. Perfect. So our card is complete. So here he is. It's the front and the inside. Thank you so much for stamping with me today.